Battlefield 6 is going to kill Call of Duty this year. Bear with me here, all of you Call of Duty fans, because I understand this might be a hard pill to swallow, but I'm about to drop some knowledge on y'all. While I know there have been numerous COD killers, like Battlefield has, I think, multiple times, Halo, Titanfall, Legend of Zelda probably has, even probably Overwatch for all I know, there's no such thing as an actual COD killer. Let me tell you something, actually, by the way, because my sister went to a medium the other day that basically told her I was some sort of wise soul, so being a wise soul, I'm just going to drop some wisdom by saying COD will never be killed by another game. COD will essentially just be killed by its own doing. Because Call of Duty is like a bully on a playground, constantly demonstrating they can't communicate well with others. Additionally, just they enjoy breaking everything in sight. And while I don't think it's possible to kill Call of Duty because I think enough people will just stay loyal to it, I do think it's possible to send a wake-up call to the developers that are not taking the right action, which means a lack of support from the consumer in order for this to happen. Which, I mean, this was bound to happen anyway, like due to the lack of content, crappy updates, lack of transparency, emphasis on purchasing micro DLC, pretty much anything I covered in this video, which isn't surprising because as someone who's been playing COD since, like, I don't know, finest hour, all this has become a yearly occurrence, and which, you know, probably isn't the best thing, but whatever. So here's the thing. Generally, these are problems in individual games without much overlap, because if Call of Duty has problems in one game, you can just always go play the previous game or the future game, no matter what, so it's not a huge deal. But in this case, the games overlap all the time because these updates are now accommodating Warzone, Modern Warfare, and Black Ops, and probably the next game, which is causing huge dysfunction or a disconnect between three developers soon to be four, which how they didn't see this coming is kind of beyond me, but anyway, what I'm saying is, with this nightmare that is Call of Duty these days, they pretty much have this in the bag, meaning DICE, Battlefield, whatever. Like, Activision literally handed them a fat dub on a silver platter. What is funny, and I mean not funny, but something to at least think about, is that most of the current COD players that are, well, he's playing Modern Warfare or Warzone, are Battlefield players who wanted something modern. And Modern Warfare is essentially the store brand version of Battlefield 4, and it served that purpose. Another thing is the fact that in recent years, Call of Duty has had, like, zero competition. Nothing at all. Like, if you think Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5 were competing games, then, man, you need to evaluate your definition of competing. Like, they were two completely different things at that point in time, but now that Battlefield is, like, going modern again, we finally have, like, a real competition, which is really neat. And when I say competing, I mean more along the lines of the fact that, like, Jake Paul and that guy he's fighting, I don't know the name of him. I don't really care that much either, but it's every time this guy opens his mouth, he looks like a complete dope. And then this dude that Jake Paul is just trying to fight looks like a total champ because he owns him every word he comes out of his mouth.
Wait for you to stop talking. Okay. So anyways, like, this is typical bully behavior, but obviously sometimes
This is the fucking fight game. This is the fucking fight game. You pussy ass bitch.
And like I said before, Battlefield 6 could easily blow this, even though they have everything going for it at the moment. Like, for instance, they could do a couple things during its lifespan to at least stay relevant. For instance, listen to all community feedback. Being honest, this is DICE's strong point. Being interactive with the community and supporting the game based on what they say could seriously avoid a toxic community. Instead of just doing what Call of Duty does and releasing like a little newsletter in the game for being supportive and nice, like, what do you think that's going to do? Realistically, what do you think about releasing that little newsletter saying, please be nice to your fellow players and less toxic? Bro, you guys make it toxic. It's not going to happen. It doesn't matter at all what kind of newsletter you put out there. Like, have you read your Reddit? Have you read your Twitter comments? 2, be unique. This could be a good life lesson for most of you out there, which is odd because I'm the last person probably in this entire galaxy you want advice from by space. But don't be something because you feel like other people will like it. Because Battlefield 5 literally is that. It feels like a game that was created to reach out to other demographics instead of the people it should appeal to. 3, lastly, fix your fucking progression system. Jesus, Tim the Tapman Christ. It is the most confusing system I've ever seen, and just unlocking weapons in this game is bizarre. Just to wrap this up, because my favorite ice cream place just opened up down the street, and I would like to at least get there before the line gets bad, but Battlefield 6 has a lot going for it. And even though I doubt it's going to really be a COD killer, I think it could finally give a wake-up call to Activision and its sub-companies that need to listen to the community. And while I don't think most people are real COD fans, I think they're just people who just tolerate it because it's what's available out there. And that's not how it should be. It should be like, pick the best game. But realistically, it is the best game currently out there, which is kind of unfortunate. I think most people end up picking one or the other anyways, so, because, you know. Money. But pick the one game that shows, like, the most promise leading up to release. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to go get ice cream, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think Battlefield 6 will live up to its expectations? Is it a COD killer? Let me know. I'm kind of curious what people think at this point. Alright, well, peace.